Seeing is believing, and Hawaii County wants Puna residents to know how important they are to the district's resiliency. The county's Disaster Recovery Division and County Council District 4 hosted a quarterly Revitalize Puna community activation in person on Monday, April 11, at Shore Foundation Church in Kīlauea. This was the fourth activation convened since the series launched in June 2021. The theme of the fourth Revitalize Puna event is, Seeing is Believing. The county shared how resident voices and community action teams have shaped decision-making and project plans. Presentations included county updates on infrastructure investments such as roads, water, and parks. In addition, the State Department of Land and Natural Resources provided a status update on the restoration of the boat ramp at Poho Iki. The activation featured a resource row with information from local nonprofits and community-led resilience projects that residents can get involved in, including Paint Pahoa Town and emergency preparedness. In addition, a keiki craft station, plant giveaways and local food trucks were part of the event.
Currently, and just last week, we kicked off a public comment period for some proposed changes to the program that really, I think, help us understand what the next steps are. And this public comment period is about informing this decision that's before us. While the program kicked off with a maximum grant award of $230,000 based on pre-disaster value, we are looking at reestablishing a new maximum grant award for undeveloped properties that would be eligible starting in phase 3.
Our roads are in the EA process right now. It's currently working with FEMA. We meet with them on a regular basis to ensure that we're responsive and that this process is done in an expeditious manner. We anticipate it being completed by January of 2023.
And that's one of our challenges with this particular situation, is that in all the engineering standard books, there's nothing to design for lava, right? As far as water line installation and our infrastructure. So this one is going to be unique for us. The biggest challenge we have, or we see moving forward, is Upper Poho Iki, where we're crossing that line of fissures, where we think the subsurface temperatures are still pretty significant.
There's been a lot of questions about the gym and the gym floor that was kind of messed up a little bit during the shelter. We're going to redo the floor, trying to get the input about what do we want to see, or what does the community want to see come back to the park. Is it more of a gathering place? Do we want to see playground equipment come back? Do we want to see a mixed match of small pavilions and larger pavilions, all connected with ADA walkways, and also some ADA parking down by the bathrooms.
The thought was, let's launch the outreach quickly so that we can start creating these relationships, understanding the problems, understanding how to solve these problems. But I'm happy to announce that we actually got our contract and that engineering services has begun effective February of this year. So right now, what we're doing is we're doing a report. We call it a pre-design report, looking at alternatives.
But civil defense has been really consumed by coronavirus. The scales are kind of tilting, things have mellowed out, but we'll continue to monitor the coronavirus because it's still in our community. But throughout this whole event, we've maintained contact with HBO, still monitoring volcanoes and all other hazards that we have on this island. So we're there for you guys.
So we were able to secure a grant fund through EDA for $2.2 million to do a programmatic environmental impact statement. This is kind of to look at the environmental impact and the feasibility of getting you guys a wastewater treatment plant.
We understand that when it comes to Hawaii, when it comes to living out here, water truly is life. I mean, we can't just go to another state, we can't just go someplace else to find our water. We have to take care of the resources that we have here. So that is our primary focus. So when we start to look at what we're planning on doing here, as discussions with actually have gone over the last little bit, we're looking to reinvest into what's already been done in 2015 and 2020.
Thanks for showing up and being engaged, for being curious, and giving us a chance. You know, I'm just thinking about next month being the 4th anniversary of the eruption. So many lives changed forever in that moment. The recovery process is so incredibly complex, it's complicated, but that's no reason not to act. And so we are proud to be hosting these activations. Our next one will take place July 12th. And so come again, tell your friends. This keeps everybody accountable and information out in the community. So mahalo nui for taking the time and spending your evening with us.